Hello. Hi. Oh, this is it. Hello, friends. Hi. It's like low. Why is it like lower than normal? I'm trying to like prop this up. Prop it up. Okay. Okay, that's a little bit better. Hello, Happy New Year. You know, every day I come on here and think of ways that I can embarrass my mother. And I thought, what better way than to talk about sex toys in public? So, you know, if you've been following me, you know that Kimberly is on a journey, okay? Kimberly's on a journey. And a part of that journey is I feel like I spent so much of my 20s hating my body and having really bad sex and just not enjoying life or really experiencing pleasure. And then something really clicked. I don't know if it was the pandemic. I don't know if it's like getting deeper into my 30s, but something clicked and I was like, Kimberly, you can't go on this way. You need to start really having fun and letting loose, you know? And a part of that is having good sex, great sex, loving my body, embracing my body as it is, not necessarily body positivity, because I think body positivity is a scam, the way that it's currently formulated, but just really just being into it and being open and having fun. And so I was on Twitter one day and I saw people talking about like something and I was like, what are y'all talking about? And they were talking about this sex toy. And you know, we're in a pandemic and it's real hard in a pandemic to explore, you know, because I don't want to get coronavirus or be a vector, you know, for transmitting coronavirus. So we're just having a lot of fun with ourselves these days. So I ordered what the people on Twitter were talking about. And I thought, you know what? Let's come on here. Let's come on here and open the box. Had to get my scissors. Let's open it. What is body? What is this? Okay. All right. Let's see what it is. All right. It says, Bombex, your trusted life partner. Oh, you know what I meant to add? Let me go ahead and add. Oops. So these lives can't stay up on here. I don't keep them up, but if you want to have continued access to the lives, you can subscribe to my Substack, KimberlyandFoster.substack.com. Okay, so, all right. I don't know what, it's a little smaller than I thought it was gonna be. Okay. Oh, okay, wait a second. So, oh yeah, okay. So this is it. So why did I get this? This is y'all are gonna be flagged. I'm gonna be like banned from going live anymore because this is gonna be flagged for explicit content, but that's fine. Okay, so it's like really, first of all, I have very small hands. I have little child hands. I used to play the cello and I had to only play the 3/4 size cello because I have really small hands. So it fits in my little small hand. What do you think this is for? Use your imaginations. Okay. So it has, does it come with batteries? Okay, it has like a little, what is this? Like a charging thing? Where does this go? know. Let me read the instructions. Okay. Oh, I'm not going to say this out loud. Can y'all see this? Okay, wait. Bombex Novelties, Clitoral Sucking Vibrator. Okay. About charging your device. 90 to 120 minutes. Working time, 60 to 90 minutes. Now, who's going to be using this for 60 to 90 minutes at a time? Not Kimberly. Not Kimberly. We recommend charging the device fully prior to first use. Okay. Where do I charge it? Where does it go? Where's the charging port? I don't see any ports here. I don't see any ports. What the heck? Okay, power on and off. Now, I'm not gonna show y'all the illustrations because that's for real. But I don't see charging port. Wait, DC. I mean, it's closed. Oh, am I gonna have to watch a YouTube video to figure this out? Okay, this is supposed to be the charging port, but why is it closed? Oh. You just like press it in. Oh, okay. That seems like a little intentional that you have to do that. Okay. So then you charge it like that. And then I guess I actually have a USB charger in my kitchen, so I'm gonna plug it up. Oh, let's just move ourselves over here to where the charger is. Okay. Now, this thing is blinking right now. Okay. Okay, I'm pressing buttons, but nothing is... Okay. I'm trying to press buttons, but nothing... Okay, maybe it's not charged? Uh-oh. I don't know how to use it. Okay, wait. Let me freaking... Blue light is flashing when charging. Blue light keeps on solid when fully charged. Okay. Frequency. Okay. Long press for 2 seconds. Long press. It's not working. Maybe it just needs to charge some more. I'm trying to long press it. Okay, well, we'll leave that. We'll leave that over here because I have other stuff to talk about. Oh, it won't turn on when charging? Okay. Okay. Let's see. Let's see if it has any juice left. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay, wait. Oh, wait a second. Wait a second. Okay, wait. Oh, you guys. You guys. Okay. Okay, and then you can press the arrows for higher frequency or lower frequency. Okay. Oh, okay. There's no, it needs to charge. It needs to charge. It needs to charge. It's telling me that it's going to die, but already very promising. Very, very promising. Very promising. Very promising. Okay. So anyways, I don't remember how much this was, but I will report back on that. Okay, so that was entertaining. Also, I had to leave leave the apartment so that it could be clean for 3 hours because it's been a long time since it was clean. So I bought some things from Sephora, bought some stuff from Patrick Star, like makeup wipes. This is supposed to be makeup dissolving mist. Okay, that's the other thing that I'm trying to get into in the new year. I used to be a bad bitch, okay? Like, scroll back down through my pictures. I am naturally very feminine. I used to be dresses and heels all the fucking time, every single fucking day. Ask my college friends. Kimberly is the crazy person who used to try to go to the college party like wearing wedges or wearing heels. And I feel like I've lost that, okay? I think especially because of the pandemic, but I work from home all the time, and putting on makeup is a lot, and getting dressed up is a lot. But you know what? We're gonna reclaim that. And I actually did my nails today. I actually got my nails done because I'm weak-spirited. But everybody was wearing masks, and there was a plexiglass between me and the person doing my nails. So I'm gonna commit to putting on makeup. I'm gonna commit to like looking nice and all of that stuff. But so I bought this. That's why I bought this. We're gonna come back to this when it gets a little bit more charged, okay? Cause all right, I don't remember how much this was. Maybe like $30, $40, not that much money. Okay, so I was talking to somebody recently, and he asked me, like, what is your scent? And I was like, I don't really have a scent. Like, I don't really have a signature scent. Like, I still wear, like, Victoria's Secret and, you know, Bath and Body Works. But I guess, like, if I'm trying to be, like, a fancy B word, you know, if I'm trying to be a fancy lady, then I should, like, have, like, a real scent, you know? So I went to Sephora and got these little testers. I got 4 of them, which these things are like $30 each. They're not cheap, okay? So we can test out the 4. Okay. Okay, so these are each like not cheap, like very not cheap. Okay, so this is Marc Jacobs Daisy Love. I think I like this. First of all, I also like really feminine scents. Floral, light, like that's my thing. I think I like this one. I do like it. Okay, this is Flower Bomb Nectar by Victor and Rolf. Ooh. I don't know about that. That reminds me of my grandma. Okay, this is, oh wait, actually, the second notes are more my thing. Okay, this is Blossom by Burberry. As you can see, I just went for the things that have flowers in them because I do like floral scents. Blossom by Burberry. I think I like that one. Okay, I'm into that. This is Roses by Chloe. Okay, I think I like all of those, but maybe I don't like them. Maybe like my nose is just like stuffed up. But anyways, Kimberly is on a mission to become a fancy woman. You know what? You know who I really think like influenced this? It was having that conversation with that person. But also, you know who has like a million fragrances? Jackie Aina. Like if you're trying to be like a rich bitch or like a fancy bitch, like you just have to follow Jackie Aina and just do anything that she does because she's on it. Okay, that's a real rich ass lady. I'm not that, okay? I'm not that. But you know, you can aspire to be, you know, a fraction as fancy as she is. Okay, what else did I buy today? Oh, I bought Fenty Beauty because I need more lip gloss. Oh, I'll do Scentbird. Do you like vanilla brown sugar scents? I think I do. I think I do. Okay, so this is Fenty Beauty. What is this? Fenty Glow. You know, Kimberly right now loves a neutral. I love a neutral lip gloss. That's all. Because honestly, the thing about a neutral lip gloss is if you fuck it up, nobody can even tell. That's what I like. Love it. Love it. Just put a little brown lip liner on and we're done like this, like Fenty. I also needed to get a new eyebrow pencil. So I got the Fenty eyebrow pencil in dark brown. What is it called? The brow MVP. I filled in this brow. I didn't fill in this one. I needed more clear gloss, so I got Sephora gloss. You know, I'm all about the gloss right now. Needed some more mascara, so I bought some Lancome mascara. And then I also, I'm gonna try to do a red lip or two. This is NARS Cruella. Oh yeah, that's her red. Oh, that is her red. Not me using the actual camera to do it. Okay, I haven't worn red lipstick in a long time. Okay, so I like this. You know what, like, I really immediately wanted to do? Just like put gloss over it. So that's Cruella. I do actually like it. Just like a super, like, real red. We'll go back and do that. So honestly, not that much stuff. I accidentally spent a whole bunch of freaking money. Are you using the press-on nails? If so, what brand? No, I got my nails done because I needed to feel alive, okay? I just deeply, deeply miss like having nails that are done. So I went to the nail salon because I am a bad citizen, okay? Just call me Nancy Pelosi because I'm a bad citizen. You know what else I was thinking of today? I was feeling really inspired. Today. I posted a reel recently about how I think it's really important for people who consider themselves to be creators or people who make things to really invest in the spirit of collaboration. Most of us are not good enough to not collaborate. I know that everybody thinks that they're a creative genius. Everybody thinks that their ideas are singular. And, you know, you have to really protect all of your ideas and protect all of your stuff, because if you don't protect it, then somebody's going to steal it from you and they're going to ruin it. And it's like, right? Like, there are very, very few people who are able to create really spectacular, groundbreaking, you know, world-changing stuff, or just really, really like top-notch, high-quality stuff by working in a silo, by working independently. And so I've been really thinking about what can I do to create more avenues for a and so I've just really mapped out today the kinds of collaborations that I want to do moving forward. Like preliminarily reached out to people, you know, to host some clubhouse rooms, you know, for Harriet clubhouse rooms, and how can we collaborate, and what conversations should we have, and what references should we bring in, and what guests should we have. And of course, you know, if you're a patron, then you know that last month I brought in people to host some of our like patrons conversations, and I've been emailing Ashley, who is the For Harriet project coordinator, like a lot, you know, today in particular, because I've had like a rush of ideas about events that we can do, and live streams that we can do, and just like really trying to bring in as many different kinds of voices as possible, and like really have us be on equal footing, and I texted one of my friends today, like, let's have that conversation that we've been putting off. Like, I just feel very inspired to work with people and build bridges and build connections. And if you listen to my setting intentions, the live that I did about setting intentions, which is up on the Substack, a big part of that was about investing in relationships and not being so inward looking. I think that what the pandemic has taught me is about our need for connection. And I, for so long, have just been so like, Kimberly sits in her living room and does all of her research and does all of the editing and it's like, I'm just over that. I just feel like I'm just in a new phase. But also I recognize that my time is finite. I only have 24 hours in a day. And so I have so many ideas and there are so many things that I want. Let me put on some more lip gloss. I'm sorry. I feel like after putting on that NARS, it's looking a little weird. But if I want to be able to do all of the stuff, then you have to bring in more people that I trust to help me do all of the stuff, right? And not just like have them help me, but like, what's your vision? Do you have a vision for a thing? How can we execute your vision for the thing? I wish I could create quality stuff. The stuff I create looks and sounds a hot mess, but I aspire nonetheless. Okay. Oh, people have sent me questions. Do you contour? Do I contour? Yes, I do contour. I have like just a big round face, so I definitely do contour. Do you become dependent on your sex toys? Nope. No. I mean, look, I'm trying to find, a nice, safe partner to have regular pandemic sex with, but it's not that easy. And in the meantime, Kimberly's gonna be having some orgasms. Oh, you know what? People did send in some questions. Let me get my computer. Let's see where we are with this. Let's see where we are with the charging. Okay. Oh, long press it. Okay. That's not strong enough for me. Wait a second. Oh. Wait a second. Okay. Okay. It's gonna be a good time. Okay. Okay, I'm into it. Okay. I was supposed to look on here to answer some questions for the new year. Somebody asked me where the green chair is. So I still have my apartment in Oklahoma because it's just really cheap. And so the green chair is in Oklahoma. I'm in Dallas right now. So, okay. Somebody asked, how do you prepare for interviews? Oh gosh, this is like an extensive process. I can give like the really short version is you read their book, you listen to interviews, you watch their videos, you look at their social media, and then you try to come up with questions that you feel like haven't been adequately answered or people haven't asked before. And then I write down the questions that come to mind. and then I put them in the right order because I feel like a good interview is like telling a story. So I order the questions around so that the flow of the conversation can be really good and interesting and organic. And then if I have enough time, then I will try to memorize the questions. All right. Okay, what is the other question? Sorry. Do you believe there is a disconnect? Do you believe there is a disconnect in criticizing capitalism while also engaging in it to make a living? Sure, there's a disconnect, but I think that we are all hypocrites. I think that navigating white supremacist capitalist patriarchy makes us all hypocrites. Now, you have to decide how hypocritical are you willing to be, right? So I have to all the time think about, I want to make a living. I'm not trying to struggle. I also, something, that I've talked about a couple of times and that I really believe in is, especially if you are a person who prefers to partner men, who prefers to have sex with men, I think that one way to evade being caught up in the snares of that is to have your own shit, and have your own money and not have to rely on somebody else coming in and saving you and paying your bills and rescuing you and all that. It feels good to me, and I feel empowered, which is such a neoliberal, individualistic term, but it does feel individually empowering that when I am, negotiating with these men for sex, that money is not a part of the negotiation. I like that, okay? I like having my own shit. So yes, there's certainly a disconnect. It's certainly hypocritical, but how deep are you going to go? I've gotten really deep into stock. I'm investing in stocks and mutual funds and all of that, because I also recognize that in 30 years, when I'm in my 60s, who gonna take care of me? Are y'all gonna take care of me in 30 years when I'm in my 60s and I don't want to have to work every day? Do I want to pass that off to my nieces who are 23 years younger than me, right? So if I don't take care of business now with regard to retirement and investments and all that, right? Are y'all gonna do it? No. So I'm either gonna be out here struggling hand to mouth and everybody hates old people, or I'm going to become a financial burden for my nieces who will be in their 40s when I'm in my 60s. And none of those options seems ideal. None of those options seems ideal to me. So I'm definitely going to take appropriate measures to make decisions now that will help me lead a relatively stress-free life 30 years from now. I think that I recognize now seeing people get older, and my mom is in her 60s and my aunts and uncles are in their 60s and 70s. Seeing people age has really made it clear to me that if you're a Black person, especially descendant of slaves, right? You're your own safety net, okay? And I take being my own safety net very, very seriously. I do. And that does mean that we gonna have to invest in some capitalist structures. But am I out here trying to be a multi-millionaire? Well, based on the way that my stock portfolio is set up, maybe. But am I out here trying to be a billionaire? No. Right? Am I out here trying to exploit people? No. Right? But yeah, it's definitely hard. It's definitely difficult. Okay, next question. How do you feel about Tiffany Pollard's recent transphobia in her new show? I'm gonna be honest with ya. Am I surprised that Tiffany Pollard is transphobic? really, this blinking in the background is just really killing me. Am I surprised that she is transphobic? No, but that doesn't make it acceptable. Also, people who are not trans, it is not our place to tell trans people what they should be offended by or what is or isn't transphobic. I just feel like we need to stay in our lane. Speaking of trans, I tweeted a couple of days ago. You know I delete my tweets all the time, so I deleted them yesterday or today. And I tweeted, trans men are getting finer and finer, because honestly, there's a lot of attractive trans men out there. And I think because I was scrolling TikTok, and you know, the trans youth are attractive, and I just tweeted that out, just really nonchalantly, the way that I would tweet out that anybody is attractive, and the amount of trolling and like nastiness, and I'm like, you're going out of your way to do this, right? Like if you don't find trans men attractive, all you have to do is keep scrolling. But like the way that you know that this stuff is rooted in bigotry is, instead of just keeping scrolling, people will be like, you know, like weird GIFs and like what and like all, and it's like, okay, but it's like you're excited to be transphobic. Like that's the problem. You know what I'm saying? You know, people are like, you know, I don't hate trans people. They just need to do what they do and get their own spaces. And it's like, you know how I know that that's not true? Because trans people just be out here minding their business, saying real nonchalant everyday stuff, or somebody like me being like, oh, that's a fine ass trans man, really just nonchalantly in passing, and then y'all come out of the woodwork to be transphobic. That's how I know that this is active bigotry. Okay, like the only people that you're fooling is you, okay, because I can see it. Oh, is this sweatshirt available? It is available at shopforharriet.com. New pin. Okay. Next. Sorry. I'm about to get straight hair, you guys. So like in a week or so, when you see me with straight hair, don't say nothing. How has your internet popularity affected your dating male interactions? I honestly think it's easier for me to date because I'm an internet person, truly. Because people, okay, so I always say that like the best dating apps are social media. And the best dating apps have been social media for me for 5 years. And it's because people see me, and they see what I'm about, and they see how I speak, and they see my sense of humor, and they see, you know, Kimberly got a little booty on her. Okay, Kimberly got a little something. And then they DM me. And like all of my really substantive interactions, like with men, truly, over the past 5 years have been men who've DM'd me. You know, I be trying to go on Hinge and, you know, explore and all that kind of stuff. That don't work for me. It do be the men in the DMs. Okay. But then you also have to think about, but something that I do think about now is if I were not a social media person, I would be more public. I mean, like, you know, I wouldn't have as many concerns about posting people and saying their names and saying what they do and saying where they live. What are your thoughts on talking to males that have less money than you? It's gonna be, you know, look, how can I say this in a nice way? I am really familiar with, I'm not lying, okay? A lot of people be on here lying. I'm not lying about the men that I date or what they do or what they have or whatever. Got a phone call. I make more money than most people, most black people. At this year, you know, just for 1 year, I make more money than most people, most black people, most people living in the United States, right? So that's just the reality of it. It is what it is. And so not only that, but politics are really important to me. So I am open. I have to be, if I'm trying to date or like, you know, have a sustained sexual relationship, like it's going to be with somebody who has less material stuff than I do. But if you have less material stuff than I do, which most people, then like, you have to have good politics. Are you a nice, generous, thoughtful person? Do I respect your profession? That's a big one. And yes, this is classism, but it's also about, I recognize now, I just do, and you know, this is just being honest. I recognize now that it is important for me to partner people who have things to lose. Because if you don't have shit to lose, then I can't trust, you know. It's like when you're sending nudes to people and when you're being intimate with them, and it's like, I need to know that if some shit goes wrong, that I can ruin your life and that you have some shit to lose. That's really it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can't just be you having stuff on me that could put me in a compromising position. I need to have some stuff on you so that we can be, you know, mutually assured destruction if some shit goes down. That's where Kimberly is personally. Okay. Are you attracted to super academic men or the polar opposite? I am attracted to super academic men. Yeah. Yeah. Men who know things. It's DMs or nothing because the dating apps are trash. Okay. I think I skipped over a question. Sorry. Let me go back. How do you handle educating family members / people you are close with when they have problematic views? I think that like you can't approach it from the standpoint of you're trying to educate people. I feel like something that I have been trying to work on for years is when I'm having conversations with people I care for, not being arrogant about my politics, not being arrogant about the fact that I know shit and you don't know shit, that I've read these books that you don't know, that I know this terminology and that everybody should know it. And generally it just comes from a place of let's really have a conversation and work through these ideas. Why do you believe that? Does that make sense? Here's why I believe this thing. Maybe you should watch this video or listen to this podcast or read this book. Like, it really is about, you know, I don't want you to have trash politics because I care for you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I love you. That's why I want you to let go of those trash politics. You know, not, you know, you're bad and you're horrible. Like, that shit doesn't work. That shit don't work. And I'm like, you know, if we are progressive people, we really need to be, you know, progressives are real good on like having good politics is important and reading the right books is important and knowledge is important. But it's like, it's real bad on like the strategy stuff, the tactics stuff. You know, are your tactics working? If they're not working, then why are you still going back to those same tactics? And I think when I think about how I have changed and evolved, it wasn't from people yelling at me, you know what I'm saying? Or like talking down at me, like, cause I'm a person. It's like really been somebody saying something that genuinely sparked my curiosity, or them saying something or me reading something and a light bulb went off. And then I went off to be like, oh, let me do some more research on that. And so I want to be the light bulb, you know? I want to be the door that's ajar, you know, that you can like open and like walk through the door to good politics, you know? Okay. Moving on. What would you tell your 25-year-old self? I'm feeling stuck at the moment. My 25-year-old self. The number one thing I would tell my 25-year-old self is to save your money. Save your fucking money. I spent so much money on bullshit when I was in my mid-20s. Also, you know, if he wanted to do it, he would do it. I feel like when you're in your mid-20s and up until I was in like my early 20s to mid-20s, I just feel like I made a lot of excuses for why, you know, men didn't do stuff and didn't show up, and why didn't he call, and why didn't he text, and why didn't he ask me out, and, you know, and it's like, because he didn't want to. That's it. Because he didn't want to, you know, right? It's like, I understand that I do the stuff that I care about, and I make time for the stuff that I care about. And, you know, if I really want to get to you or have an experience, I will change my calendar around, or I will save the money or whatever, right? Like, humans are humans. So if he didn't do it, he didn't want to do it, okay? So like, stop breaking your own heart and just like internalize that. I wish when I was in my early 20s, I mean, my mid-20s, I wish that I should have invested more. I was very much in the, like, I'm just going to do it and I'm going to figure it out and I'm just going to make all of these mistakes and all of that. But I made a lot of mistakes in business and in life that I didn't really need to make, because I was just being really stubborn, because I didn't seek out help, because I didn't do enough research. I really think that having humility with regards to your goals is really important at that age, you know, because it's like you waste so much time. Like when I was in my 20s, I felt like seeking out advice and seeking out counsel and stopping to do the research and thinking through things, I felt like that was a waste of time. But in reality, you waste time by making mistakes that you could have avoided if you would have just done the research in the first place. You know, it's like I was running for Harriet as a blog at that time, and I just didn't know how to run a publication, and I didn't know the business stuff, and I didn't know the tax stuff. And it's like, if you would have just gone to a lawyer or gone to the accountant or sought out a mentor or read the books, or, you know, like if I would have just done that, you know, I would have prevented myself from making mistakes that Kimberly at 31 is still trying to clean up. It's like this year I've spent thousands of dollars, like honestly, almost $10,000, right? Like cleaning up financial messes from early and mid 20s that I didn't even have to make those mistakes. How much money? Not $10,000, but like $5,000, $6,000, right? Just trying to like get all of that shit like wiped away, you know? And it's like, but you didn't even have to do that. You didn't even have to. All right. Any other? Oh, this says, I would be interested to have a conversation about the current times that we are in, from what future could possibly hold for Black people in general. I know it's a little broad. That is a little broad, and I do not have, do I have any other thoughts on what I wish I'd known when I was 25? Money, men, business, mentorship. Oh, you know what I really wish? When I was 25, now that I'm 31, I really do wish I would have enjoyed my body more and really sought pleasure more. And, you know, it's so interesting because people, I was just having this conversation with somebody about how if you look at the way that I looked, you know, when I was like 25, 26, and like the way that I was dressing, somebody was like, you dress really sexy. I did dress really sexy, and like And I just naturally do. I'm drawn to like form-fitting things and like sexy things and heels and makeup and all that. But I was projecting that outward. I wasn't feeling it internally, you know? And like, this is why I have certain kinds of critiques of certain kinds of sexual performances. And maybe this is just me projecting. But like, definitely when I was trying to emanate like sexy and like bombshell and like look at my body, like I was the most insecure and I was having the worst sex and I was completely disconnected from my body. And I do feel like when we are so invested in the outward expression of our sexuality, so invested in the outward expression of comfort in like love this and look at this and all of that, I do think it's easy to forget that like that stuff is just for play. You know, like, look, I look back at some of those pictures and I was like, okay, you were fucking killing it, girl. Like, you were slaying. But like, I was slaying and then at night I was having really shitty sex. You know, like at night I was not having orgasms. And so like, to get to this point now and like really realizing that like the barrier was mental. It was a mental block for me. Okay. What else is here? What are your thoughts on TikTok and the content you've seen now on the platform? I love TikTok. I'm a big TikTok enthusiast. I really appreciate the kinds of like aesthetic shifts that we're seeing in TikTok. You know, YouTube and Instagram are very much about perfect and well edited and succinct and professional and all that. And TikTok is not that. It's like gritty and it's in your home and it's bad editing and it's bad graphics. And I love that. I appreciate that. I appreciate the realness of that. I also appreciate that that lowers the barrier of entry for people who want to make stuff. So it's like, if you want to start a YouTube channel, I mean, you can set up your camera and go live. But like the aesthetics of YouTube, the norms of YouTube require a DSLR and it requires figuring out how to do transitions and all of that, right? If you just want to make some TikToks, get your phone out and, you know, use the little TikTok editor and you're good to go. What do you do for leisure and what does free time look like for you? People ask me about leisure a lot. I mean, I read, I talk to these niggas. I'm gonna use this for leisure. But I mean, I really, really like to work. And like work is so fun and pleasurable for me. Like, it's exciting. When I was today, like, thinking up content ideas, like, I was generally, like, excited about, like, what I could do and what the possibilities are and the kinds of people that I could work with. Like, I really like it. And sometimes, you know, now that I've been on Clubhouse and I'm, you know, hearing these people talk about their jobs and I'm like, wow. I understand that for most people, they really have a hard barrier between what they really love and are passionate about and their work. But it's like, I really do feel grateful. Like, I feel really blessed that I don't have that hard barrier between the stuff that I would do in my downtime, like, and the stuff that I do for work. It's like, I love to make content. Like, I love it. That's why I get so annoyed when I see people giving bullshit advice about making stuff and making content and all that. Like, I love this. I would do this even if I wasn't making no money. And by the way, I've had years where I barely made money and I still did this. Didn't go back to school, didn't get a corporate job because I love this, okay? And I recognize that most people in their wage labor don't feel like the excitement that I feel about the stuff that makes me money. And so I recognize that's an enormous privilege. Okay, I think that's it. That's all of the conversations that were in my DMs. Oh, there's more questions. What foundation do you use, if any? I use Lancome Teint Idole. You know, now there's like a fake French speaker, I should be able to pronounce this, but Lancome Teint Idole. I use that. I tried to use the Fenty, but I don't like that. I don't like it. I want to begin investing, but I get so lost and overwhelmed. Any recommendations for beginners? There are investment YouTube channels. I can't remember their names right now. Maybe I can look them up. What YouTube channels? There's one channel called The Come Up, I know. And I invest in another, I watch another investing YouTube channel. I'm not going to be able to find it because I have so many subscriptions, but, and then I follow investment accounts, like people who talk about investing on Twitter. And then I pop into some investing rooms on Clubhouse. But honestly, like, I'm not really feeling great because the last 3 things that I've invested in are like not doing great. And I'm like, wait, maybe I can't trust myself. Because it's like we're having record high stock market right now, and the last 3 things that I've invested in are like have lost value, and it's like, I'm fucking up. So, but yeah, I basically just listen to people talk about what they invest in, and then I invest in that. That's really it. Do you have a financial manager who makes suggestions about stocks, etc.? No, I have no official financial management relationships. But what I do have is I do my own trading, make my own trades on E-Trade, but I also have an AI managed account with Wealthfront. And so I do put money in the Wealthfront account, like $500 in the Wealthfront account every month, and it's automatic. So I don't know what algorithms they use. I don't know how they decide, but they decide for me to go based on whatever they do, like what stocks and options and ETFs and whatever to buy if you don't want to make any decisions. But I will say, my trades have been like, I'm way outperforming, like when I do it myself, the things that I've controlled, way outperforming the Wealthfront account. Is your latest live with Dr. Brittany Cooper, where she talked about whispered allyship, is no allyship on Patreon? It's on YouTube. What's your opinion on body neutrality? I don't really have an opinion. I don't know enough about it. Oh, okay. Sorry. Have you seen Soul? Yes, I love Soul. I really love Soul. And I've seen some of the criticisms of Soul, and I so disagree. When I tell you I could not disagree more with some of those criticisms, I so disagree. You have really nice hands. What moisturizer do you use? Do I have really nice hands? I don't know. Lotion? Random lotion? How do you navigate deciding what the baseline economic standing of a partner? I have minimal shit, and it still seems like, okay, your question cut off, Labrina Living, but how do you navigate deciding what the baseline economic standing of a partner is? Look, I think it's useful, like the real definition, like the real sociological definition, like of hypergamy is like partnering somebody who has the same amount of stuff that you have. I know that it's like come to like mean something like else, or no, the real definition. I don't know what it is. Anyways, just forget I said that. The real definition of hypergamy is partnering somebody who has more than you have. Sorry. Because hyper means over, right? Sorry. So like, I'm not interested in hypergamy. Like, I'm not using men to like climb the socioeconomic ladder, honestly, because I'm comfortable. Like, that's not, sorry, I fucked that up. So I'm not like invested in that, but I am invested in partnering somebody who has the same amount of stuff that I have, like nominally, or who has like similar, like, do you have a career that you value? Because if you have a career that you value, you're less likely to do some crazy shit. Now, I will say that I have had sex with, sorry, that's the cleaning man texting me. I have had sexual relationships with men who have very prestigious careers, and they still acted crazy. You know what I'm saying? So that's not foolproof, okay? But I also know that I'm not even gonna get too deep into that. I've talked about this on Patreon. But anyways, what I'm saying is we need to have similar stuff so that we can have similar like risk assessments. Are there any valid criticisms of Soul that you agree with, or is it a perfect movie for you? There are no perfect movies, but the criticisms that I've seen are just not hitting. Can you share advice on your journey to body acceptance? I've gone into that deeply on the patreon.com/forharriet. Don't you agree that most think tanks about progress are Afrophobic, Eurocentric? That includes discourses from the political right and left. Yes, most think tanks are Eurocentric. Don't do it, Kim. The trolls will show up. I mean, I'm not saying, the thing is, there's no reason for the hypergamy trolls to show up, because like what I'm saying is just like honest. Like, there's nothing, I'm saying partner people who have what you have. That's not hard. Well, it is kind of hard if you're trying to date black men. It's not easy. It's not easy. I'll say that. But you know, structural racism and all of that, etc., etc. Okay. Thoughts on Force the Vote? I don't know what Force the Vote is. Did you read Blackout by Candace Owens? No. Okay, we're gonna wrap this on up. How did you develop your financial literacy at first? How did I develop? I don't consider myself to be financially literate. I'm not financially literate. I'm gonna be honest with you. And you know, the honest thing that I'm just really gonna say to people, my financial life was shaky as fuck until I started to make what is a lot of money. Like that's like the truth of it, right? Like the way to become financially stable is to like make more money. And like that is like people be trying to bullshit you. And that is so annoying to me. It's like, why are you lying to these people? Why are you lying to these people? Okay? The way that I got out of the financial messes that I made, that lots of people make in their early 20s, in their mid 20s, is to start making a lot of money. And yeah, like you can try to budget your way out of it and scrimp and save your way out of it and all that shit. But that's just not gonna work for most people. It's just not. So like, why are we lying to these people? Would you date other than black? If I had to. All right. I think that's it. Let me, unless y'all have other shit, sign up for the Substack, KimberlyandFoster.substack.com. that's all I have for today. Happy New Year. I feel really good and centered, and my apartment just got cleaned. I feel good, so I hope y'all feel good. Bye.